What is up, guys? Gaming Waiter here, and this weekend I have got a lot more practice in solos. I've been trying to get some dubs and trying to push for more kills and not just, chill out too much and try to get the game going. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all next time. Gaming Waiter, over and out.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
We're detecting vulnerability in the enemy central. Locate their uplink stations and secure their intel before they go offline.
Hostile counter UAV is active. Hostile UAV active.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
I constantly want to look at it.
Black cell skins, I'm not gonna lie.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
It's like, just keep that simplistic. Make it glow or something, make the gun glow or something. Just keep it simple. Don't need extra movement on it.
There ain't no goddamn way that just happened to me.
So I got...
Enemy UAV overhead.
Down sight. Bullet velocity.
So I just panic ran back into my I finished the battle pass last night, by the way.
Nice. That surprised me one day.
Just got played, my guy.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is up.
Holy fuck, you're good.
Down.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
I thought you pulled, I literally looked away.
Bosnia. Hostiles deploy the counter UAV.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Enemy destroyed. Use your attack map to hunt down the rest of them.
Are you looking at the smoke grenade? Haha! Why are you looking at the smoke grenade? The smoke grenade's not an enemy. It can't hurt you.
Hostile counter UAV is active.
Most wanted target is down. KIA confirmed. Well done.
The new sniper.
This has
it's
been
kinda nice.
deactivated. This is the end game.
Like it, like
Play it like a DMR sometimes, but it's better in ranked.
I'm making a couple
Load up.
guns builds for if I come in and need buy a gun, something like that. So I can buy
No way. Alright, well, that one was definitely an unfortunate loss, but we got the spirit, right? We're hitting our kills, we're playing well, we're rotating zones, we got this. Let's try it again, one more time. Let's land it in that port and get it done. I'm going to do my best to give a quick strategic voiceover while I'm playing through this match. Just some tips, tricks, thoughts that go through my mind while I'm playing solos, see if it helps out any of y'all. And yeah, so I landed at a building that I know. In solos, I play this map a lot in duos with Kev, So a lot of these buildings aren't unfamiliar to me, but there's some buildings that just know better than others, like where their boxes are and all the jump ins and jump outs for them. So I landed there, grabbed some quick loot, and just made sure to clear my area. Saw this guy landing in and full sent for the push. I was trying to go for a higher kill match this match, and it wasn't necessarily the best idea to push up here, but you know, you can only do your best. So I go back to another building that I know, also in the same area, because I know that there's less people in the area due to the amount of kills that went down already. And I just keep clearing out buildings, find some guns that I like, usually SMG AR. Don't really try to engage too many fights until I find at least one that I like, and then if it's a close range, I try to push close. If it's a long range, I try to push, I try to keep myself at distance from them and not try to push into them. But usually I do my best to find some decent guns, stuff with larger mags, preferably an optic on the larger gun. This is all before loadout, of course, so you know, you're just trying to get some stuff that's semi-decent. Ground loot currently, I'd suggest, I mean, the Hemlock's crazy, preferably with the optic. The STB's crazy. Optic not as much needed. The M4 ground loot like this is not good, but you'll see in a little bit I get the one with the optic. It's also crazy. There's a couple other guns that are also pretty decent at long range. Some of the snipers, I pick up FJXs off the ground as well. They won't kill the person with the headshot, but they will break the plates, and if they just got in or they're injured at all, it will actually knock them, so it's pretty useful to have, especially in solos where you're not really fighting that many people at once. Also, when you're ground looting, make sure you find throwables, like tacticals, lethals. A lot of people don't seem to be picking them up off of ground loot, and it just gives you a huge advantage in a fight. You can get them where they're not prepared, because they don't have any perks to really counter them until they find, you know, maybe Battle Hardened, maybe OD. It seems here I found both in a perk package with Cold Blooded and Quick Fix, which is a pretty nice perk package. For perk packages, yeah, you're going to want Ghost, Quick Fixed, High Alert, depending on how you like to play. But I don't really suggest being too picky about ground loot perk packages, just because, you know, any perks are useful and you have none. Eventually I do get killed over in that area. I come back here. I didn't have money for loadout, so I did buy my guns at the time. And then I bought, I think, a perk package as well. I'm not sure. But, yeah, there's also a glitch currently in the game where sometimes you'll find your guns off of a person that you killed. So you'll see later in the match that also ends up happening to me. But I highly suggest running a sniper in solos, especially with explosive rounds. The one tap to the head at range, if you're a good enough sniper, is just a very easy way to deal with people. There's also other snipers in the match, and you're not really going to want to counter them with an AR. It's not that the shots won't hit, but just, you know, not really the way to go. Again, I try to rotate out to try and push higher ground on final zone here. I do get caught in the back. I run High Alert over Ghost. A lot of people suggest running Ghost just so you keep off UAVs, UAV towers, stuff like that. I definitely prefer running High Alert, specifically just because I like to know if someone's aiming at me more than I like to know if someone has me on a UAV. That's just personal preference, but yeah, so I land back in. I didn't have ammo at the time, which was a big problem. So I went back to this guy that I sniped earlier for his loot, grabbed some of his stuff, but he didn't have sniper ammo, but he did have, you know, ammo in his sniper. So I switched snipers, which I kind of don't like, because a lot of people are running these 3x sniper builds, and I always prefer running like a scope on them, an actual sniper scope on them. But that's, again, just personal preference. Try to stay like ways that you're comfortable with the confidence. You know, when I used to play solos, I used to land in, my heart rate would go up. You know, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's just me on the map, I'm by myself, I have one life, or I have, you know, the resurgence, whatever it is. I gotta play safe, gotta play like extra safe, you know. And realistically, it's not really the way to go. That fear bubble will put you in a corner against somebody that just has the confidence, you know. And you have to build that confidence over time. It's not something you're just like, oh, I got this. Like, you have to, you know, land in, be in the end game scenarios, be in mid game scenarios a lot, be in the landing scenarios a lot, because sometimes you'll land and there'll be 4 people on you with not enough loot, and you have to do your best to, you know, manage through all of that. You have to pick which fights you want as well. Not everybody that shoots is somebody that is a target for you necessarily. Sometimes it's better not to take a fight if you're at a disadvantage. You need to know when to pull, when to knock over finishes, stuff like that. Precision airstrikes, super useful in solos. They're also really crazy useful in duos as well, but even more here. If you get a knock, you can just drop an airstrike, with a snipe, that is. Also for clearing zones and holding areas like that, very useful. Drones, also really nice if you have the time to put one up. It's always risky because you're not covering yourself, but it is what it is. Hope some of these tips helped you, and I'll catch you on the next time.